Hello everyone, and welcome to your second world reading today here at Mad World Tarot. Still with the Deviant Moon Tarot on the tarot table, still reading on stories that hit the headlines in the Mail on Sunday today. It is a Sunday as I'm doing these readings. This is an outrageous story in my opinion. It comes from Charlotte Griffiths, so we are very sure it comes straight from Prince Harry at this point. And it says, major peace offering from Harry. What the peace talks really about. And we've heard that they were about reconciliation. No, apparently not. Apparently Harry has offered to share his diary with Buckingham Palace to avoid future clashes like the Angola clash, where he did the Diana walk on Queen Camilla's birthday. And of course Harry in his silly little outfit for the nth time in Angola overshadowed Queen Camilla's birthday and caused some upset at Buckingham Palace, allegedly. And now, so generously, Harry has offered to deconflict. First time I've heard that word. He wants to deconflict the situation around diary clashes. So he has very generously offered to make his diary available to Buckingham Palace so that they get advance notice of his movements and they can plan accordingly. So they can plan around his movements. Interesting perspective, don't you think? And this generous offer has been extended to Kensington Palace as well, so that Harry doesn't overshadow Prince William's Earthshot events in Brazil. I think it's November of this year. Made my blood boil when I read this piece by Charlotte Griffiths in the Mail today. I'm sure that Kensington Palace, well, there might be a hole in the ceiling as Prince William spontaneously combusted when he heard the story. I don't know. We're going to have a look at it. It is outrageous, it's audacious, it's manipulative, it's self-important, and very, very strategic, and one wonders exactly how they would honor any such undertaking, Harry and Meghan, when everything that they have done over all these years has been calculated to overshadow events by the working royals, the senior working royals, to the extent that quite recently the Princess of Wales has started to do surprise events like pop-ups without putting them on the court circular ahead of time. And she's been doing that so that Harry and Meghan don't stage events to overshadow her events. Outrageous. This is all outrageous. I'm going to ask with the Deviant Moon Tarot who the hell they think they are, Harry and Meghan, and what game are they playing. We're going to ask about the Angola thing. How intentional was that walk on Camilla's birthday, and whose clever idea was it? Who's behind this, basically? We know we've got the disruptors in situ in Montecito at the moment, and they sure are very busy with their poison and their manipulation and their stratagems. Very toxic in my opinion. And then we're going to ask about Prince William, how he feels about this, and what are the intentions towards Earthshot in Montecito. And we're going to ask how Buckingham Palace is going to respond to this so generous offer of peace from Prince Harry. You can see my diary and plan around it. And then how compliant Harry and Meghan will be. Will they actually adhere to, there's the devil, will they adhere to any arrangements, if there are arrangements made, or is it going to be impossible for either of them to honor an agreement like this? So motivated are they by revenge and spite and malice and all things ugly, in my opinion. And let's remind you, we've got the energy we need. I think that this is just tarot, and it is for fun and entertainment, and it is just my opinion, and I just read energy here. And of course there is a disclaimer in the box below. See what's going on. This nasty story. You think you can't be more shocked by Harry and Meghan. And there it is again. And people wonder, they say, what has Meghan done to make people dislike her so much? Well, read Charlotte Griffith's article and then you answer the question yourself. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse as our underlying energy for this reading. It is trying to get yourself out of a sticky situation. The Eight of Swords being liberated from something. It's being presented as deconflicting. Now, this is a scenario that has been created entirely by Harry and Meghan. The royals have not come up with a schedule designed specifically to overshadow Harry and Meghan's events. They wouldn't stoop so low. So it's Harry and Meghan who've got themselves into this tricky situation of doing these things and making lives particularly difficult for themselves, really, because it's reflected very badly on them. And so they are the ones, and this is all my opinion, of course, they are the ones who are now trying to weasel their way out of this mess that they've got themselves into by being so petty and spiteful and so obviously so that everybody can see it. And, oh, here's our peace offering, trying to make themselves look good or trying to make Harry look good. Now, I didn't do anything nasty. It wasn't me being horrible. Never. It was all just unfortunate coincidence. Unfortunate clashes of diaries. Situation we're dealing with today. We're dealing with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Aces are fresh starts, new beginnings. And it should be a positive card, but it's a negative card because it's in reverse. And this is supposed to be, let's make a fresh start, let's agree, let's go forward in a spirit of harmony and working together and helping each other and supporting each other. It's in reverse. It's not going to fly, basically. Even if polite things were said at that meeting about coordinating diaries, this is not the way forward. This is not how it's going to work. Too late for that. Quite a strange energy coming, somber energy coming through that card. They thought that they could start over a new leaf and lead the way in this charge on the palace again. So let's see who they think they are, that they can present themselves as being more important than the royals, and the royals will have to work around their diary. I'm saying they because they are they, absolutely. We've got the Nine of Cups, and it's in reverse, and the Nine of Cups genie, they're manifesting. It's the wishes, the dreams come true card, but it's the lush card, the greedy card, the smug and entitled card. It's a particularly unpleasant card, the Nine of Cups, even when it's upright, because it's the greedy person who's consuming everything, wants everything for themselves. And there it is. It's in reverse. So they didn't get their way at all with the Nine of Wands. They didn't, Nine of Cups, sorry. They didn't make their dreams come true. In fact, everything that they've tried has fallen to dust, really, which is why we've also got the Ace of Wands in reverse there. But they still think that there's something special and they still want what they want. They're still operating from this tremendous sense of entitlement and also greed. Greed for emotions, greed for fuel with cups, for fuel is a good word, because fuel can be other people's pain and inconvenience, disrupting other people, making other people's lives uncomfortable by presenting yourself as being so kind and generous and thoughtful. And here, I'll show you my diary so that you can work around it. It's a horrible energy. And what game are they playing? What are they up to, really? Is this a genuine offer? Well. 10 of Wands in reverse. Their lives have failed spectacularly with that 10 of Wands, and we know they have. We've seen it in the past few weeks particularly, and they're failing, and they can't cope with their lives as they currently are. They've got nothing left except to scramble back to the royal family, and all these wheels have been set in motion since that secret, not so secret meeting in London a few weeks ago. This is all so that the protective umbrella of the royal family is opened and held over them again. This is all to get them both back into the royal family. Don't think for 1 second that Meghan isn't just as enthusiastic about getting back in as Harry is, because I think she's even more desperate than he is at the moment. That's my personal opinion. So let's see about Angola. Was that an intentional diary conflict? And see, we got the Ace of Swords. Absolutely, it's Ace of Swords in reverse. It's a very harsh card, the Ace of Swords. It's very mean, it's very calculating, it's very dishonest and dishonorable even. So 2 aces in reverse here. We're not dealing with a pair who are coming from a place, a positive, forward-thinking place. They're still stuck in the past. They're still stuck in this vengeance mode. There's vengeance. If you want a card that represents vengeance, Ace of Swords in reverse. Harry trying to overshadow his stepmother, her birthday, and he has, of course, villainized her all around the place, very publicly. And in a way, she can't defend herself. Whatever you think of the woman, she's been put in very difficult situations in her life and cannot possibly publicly defend herself. Yes, she can get people to write kind books about her and all that, but she herself can't go on Oprah and badmouth people and get away with it. Ace of Swords in reverse. Whose clever idea was it? Reading energy, of course. Harry's. Absolutely. That is the energy that's coming through this card. That's my opinion. Reading tarot, reading energy, of course, for fun and entertainment. But that is a Harry card, the King of Wands, the redhead king. He's king. He's upscaled himself. He's usually Knight of Wands, but now he's King of Wands, because the kings are the ones who are top dog. They are the ones who are in charge. It's their decision making. He was the one wanting the attention. He was the one wanting to overshadow the wicked stepmother, so-called. So, Prince William, how does he feel about being dragged into this? He pointedly did not participate in that meeting, didn't send anyone from Kensington Palace, possibly didn't even know about that not so secret meeting. Now he finds himself being dragged into this generous peace offering by his rat of a brother. How does he feel? Maybe he just doesn't care anymore. Oh, he cares. Hierophant in reverse. How dare you? How dare you? The Hierophant is the monarchy. Is rules and playing by the rules, and it's in reverse, you little rat, trying this trick, trying to get one up on us, trying to drag us down to your level, trying to undermine us, trying to undermine this institution and the way things operate. They don't operate that some brat of some petulant prince in Montecito can send his diary, and some people said it would be like sending an empty colouring book to Buckingham Palace, and here's my colouring book, and you plan your year around that. Oh, he's angry. He's very, very angry. This has rattled him, and I should imagine, because I'm an energy intuitive and this is how I do these readings, I just read energy, I should imagine it was all intended to rattle him. So what are the intentions from Montecito towards Earthshot, which has been dragged into this deconflicting the diaries scenario? What do they really want? And we have the Death card. And the Death card in reverse. They just can't let this go. This resentment that they have. I said there's resentment in here with this 9 of Cups in reverse and this 8 of Wands and this Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords in reverse. So much resentment, so much. And there it is, because the Death card is about change and endings and letting go. And they cannot let it go. They just can't. They can't let go of the fact, both of them, I would say, are equally complicit in this energy. That's my energy opinion, my energy reading. They can't get over the fact that William is successful at what he's doing and they are both abject failures. Harry has managed to ruin the charities that he allegedly set up, Centre Barley and Invictus Games, which he didn't set up. It was a joint effort, but he of course was allowed to claim all the power and all the glory, and now struggling. Centre Barley, we're still waiting for that report, apparently September. Can't bear it, can't let it go, can't let that grudge go, can't move on, can't start fresh. We can see they can't start fresh. We've got 2 aces in reverse on this tarot table. It's a horrible energy, it really is, of just stuck in this energy of resentment instead of just letting it go and moving on and focusing on their own projects, on their own situations, growing their own charities and their own projects. No, can't do that. So how is Buckingham Palace going to respond? Because it seems like chinks, doors are opening here and there, chinks of light or hope being given to the Parkles. What's going on there? How will the palace respond? Nah. Phew, is what I say. Phew. Fool in reverse. No, you're not going to fool us again. You know, we're not going to fall for this gambit. Not at all. No, you don't get your foot in the door this way. Might give you the keys to Frogmore Cottage, previous reading. Might allow you to stay there periodically or even permanently. Oh dear. But I suppose he's got to stay somewhere, the ginger brat, especially if divorce is on the cards. Outer Hebrides would be a better option, my opinion. But the Fool in reverse, no fresh start for you, and we're not that gullible. Fool upright is very gullible. Fool in reverse has learnt some lessons and won't get burned, won't get fooled again. And how compliant would Harry and Meghan be going forward? Hypothetically speaking, we're going to say for this card, if such a deal were struck, doesn't look like any deal is going to be struck, just to remind you, but if such a deal were struck, how would they behave? Or even without a deal being struck, how will they be going forward? Are they going to carry on with this spite and this malice? And I've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh yes, they're going to carry on with the spite and the malice. Knight of Wands is very Harry. It's shown up twice today. I get pestering energy with this. It's in reverse, particularly angry, particularly hot-headed, impetuous. Can't help itself, the Knight of Wands. It just can't help itself doing destructive things, angry, impetuous, hot-headed things that not only destroy him, but destroy the people around him. It's his energy that's coming through here. It's not Madame so much. He's really as complicit as she in this overshadowing stuff. He's as keen to steal the thunder from his own family as she is, in my opinion. And here it is. He's the King of Wands over there. He's the Knight of Wands in reverse here. He'll just carry on behaving like Ginger Brat, as he is called in some quarters. Unreliable, untrustworthy. You never know where he's going to pop up, what he's going to do, what fireworks, what venom he's going to spew and then disappear again. This is a non-starter. I said it was that Ace of Wands in reverse. I knew straight away with that card, this is not going to fly, this scheme. But it gets the front page, it gets the headlines, it puts Prince William in a difficult situation again. It makes his blood boil, the Hierophant in reverse. He is steaming about this. Very stupid on the part of Harry and Meghan to play these games, because when William is king, he's going to remember this. Cancerians don't forget these kinds of insults and injuries, and they will pay a heavy price for these moments, in my opinion. That is the reading, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.